Hello everyone, and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review, your one-stop for everything Bandai and anime related. And I have a really cool special episode for us today, and this is actually going to be a series. So we're going to be focusing more on the Gundam universe action figure line, but a specific series, because right now, by the time this episode airs, this will be the 30th anniversary of Gundam Wing, and so we're going to be looking at all of the Gundam Wing main action figures throughout the entire month of April in celebration of the 30th anniversary. So these are going to be several of the new ones and some of the older ones that have came out since this series, or action figure line to be more precise, has produced a lot of the main ones from Gundam Wing, as you can clearly see on my little tray here, that there is a plethora of these, and there are still a few duplicates, so we'll do a size comparison or a side-by-side comparison of each one that had a upgraded version when this line of action figures was coming out. But starting off, we're going to be looking at the main unit, and that's going to be none other than number 7 Gundam Wing Zero Endless Waltz is our first one we are going to be looking at this episode. And as we can see, this is number 7 in the Gundam Universe action figure line. This one should have only retailed me for $25, but it took me a little bit of time to actually hunt this one down. Again, apparently Gundam Wing is a very, very, very popular anime, especially among girls. So this one actually cost me a little bit more than what it should have cost me. But this was number 7 in the line, so this is basically at the very beginning of when these bad boys were coming out. But as we can see, this is its angel form, and there was another one that we'll do a comparison with in this video. And we can see that it has its double barrels and its lovely iconic angel wings. And we can actually see as it rotates around, it does give us several other ones in the number series, as well as a cool articulations and pose ability. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun one to look at. So without further ado, let's take a look at number 7, Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. Alright, so we are going to now open this bad boy up, and like I said, this is the Gundam Wing Zero Endless Waltz. And yeah, this, if you can pause that, you can actually read the synopsis of a little bit of the Gundam Wing universe. And yeah, this is already looking like a really nice figure. So let's actually pop this boy open and actually take a look at everything that comes into building this. And we do have a nice instruction sheet on how everything is supposed to be put together and how it's supposed to be posed. So let's actually start assembling this. But let's first take a look at everything, how the packaging is. The packaging is really nice. We have several of our other wings in the back, as well on our sides. We have our 2 Buster blasters right here, and 2 corresponding hands to hold that, as well as a couple of other weapon features on here. Primarily, I believe these are its barrels for here, because these are really long weapons. So let's actually open this up and actually start assembly. And there we have it. This is the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz Zero. And yeah, this is already looking like a really nice kit. I did have some trouble with one of the back wings. It could just be a manufacturing issue because, as you can see, this one articulates fairly well, but unfortunately this one tends to pop off really easily, so I'm a little disappointed about that, but that could just be just a general manufacturing defect. It does pop in, it does have general, you're just going to have to be very careful with putting these joints in, at least for me. So anyone that has these, let me know in the comment sections down below if this is a problem. And so far it's looking really good with how those angel wings are. So let me just kind of zoom out, since this is a little bit of a larger kit, just to kind of showcase everything. Alrighty, so yeah, the wings are fairly large, as we can see, but that gives us really cool articulation. The detail on them are really nice for a action figure. It did take me a little bit of time to figure out the wings on here. Again, these are going to give you a lot of really nice panel lining detail if you wanted to do that. Again, these are really cool action figures. The posability is not too bad in the arms. As we can see, it bends fairly well. The hip does rotate fairly nicely, and the armor in the front does move for at least the front armor plates near the waist, and we also have a little bit of side motion for the parts for the waist. Again, the back armor is still very, very solid. And now moving to the legs. Again, I just love the detail on these action figures. So the detail is really nice. Articulation wise, it's a little on the lackluster side of things. I wish it could have gone a little bit more. But the ankles also give you a better range. And I can always... always be careful for some of these moving parts. They tend to pop off, so you have that heel guard right here for the front, and then you have a general articulation here, and I just love the detail that they actually give us, like little motor controls for the joints on here, so that's really nice detail. And yeah, this is really nice, but also I love the blaster. And this is actually the thing that I do like about this when I was looking at this, is for its double blasters, it does come apart. This is one of the cool gimmicks that I really, really like, and that is the fact that it can be separated. So I always love when they actually give us weapons that can actually come apart. So this was a kind of a fresh take, since some of the older ones that, or I should say newer ones that I have done, they tend to just be kind of a static thing, and I'm like, this would have been really cool for the Ariel if her shield basically completely came apart and I can put the armor pieces around. That would have been a really cool gimmick. Same thing with some of the other model kits, or I should say action figures. But overall, the detail on this is really nice. It gives us a lovely holographic, and they just literally slide right into place and just boom, just like that. And so you can actually have him do his iconic double barrel blast, pew pew. But yeah, that's actually really cool. And the hand, they just go right into both the hands. The only downside to this is it does not come with a beam saber. So that's the only part that I kind of was disappointed, but its more iconic weapon is the blaster. So they just pop into his hands just like that. And yeah, we can actually do some really cool posings with that. And let's see if we can actually get him to articulate. That was surprising. I don't think that was supposed to happen. But Trying to get them to duel, it might be a bit of a challenge. Just like that. There we go. And so yeah, there we go. We have it where it is in its cool double blaster pose, and then we can just really open up the wings to showcase its blaster. So boom. Yeah, that is looking really nice, especially with that. So again, this one does actually have another version of it, and this was from its original form. This is one of the very last. This is the other one. So this is the comparison view, and as we can see, the wings are very articulated. I did do this one in a earlier video, so if you want to check that out, please look down in the rest of my videos to find this particular one. And for any other content, please like and subscribe. You guys are what's making this program grow. And if you like this type of content, please, there's a ton more videos. Especially, I have a whole almost series of the Gundam universe, and I still have quite a few in my backlog to go over. But I like doing these as little specials, as you can see in this episode. But I digress, and you can see the detail on the blaster is really nice. And yeah, this is looking really nice for their side by side. So overall, these are looking really nice, especially if you are a Gundam Wing fan. But getting back to our main one, it actually does look really nice. It does have the back thrusters here, and again, its iconic wings. It's just really nice, and the thing is, it is really nice and solid. So yeah, this is, if you can manage to find this one, I would definitely highly recommend getting the Endless Waltz version of this. And I do actually have a couple of model kits of this, so definitely look forward to those speed builds and possibly unboxings for the Gundam Wing series. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude this special for the Gundam Wing Endless Waltz 30th anniversary for the entire series. I do love these action figures so much, and I do need to pick up and watch the anime. I've seen clips and stuff, and apparently it is very popular with girls, so I definitely want to kind of check it out and see where all the hype is. But I definitely know everyone was a big fan of Wing, and I know the iconic, one of the iconic scenes of that party invitation. So yeah, that one was really interesting, and I'm like, I want to see more of that. And again, these are phenomenal kits or action figures, so definitely would recommend that, and definitely stay tuned for the other videos. As we saw, there are plenty more for us to look at, so definitely take a look at those and look forward to those next videos, as we're probably going to be taking a look at Death Sight, since there was two versions, one an early one and now a newer version. So that one's a really cool one to look at the side by side, since I actually haven't done the Death Sight. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. We're at 360 subscribers. It is you guys that are making this channel grow. If you have any future ideas or models or figures that you want to be featured on this channel, please leave them down in the comment section down below. And I also have plenty of other videos, from action figures, statues, and even model kits, so definitely take a look at that. I got plenty of content there, and we are also getting close to the 100th episode, so I may end up doing a little special on that, and I still have several others projects in the works, so definitely look forward to those, and I will see you guys in the next episode.